Hey, hello everyone. This is Rutik, and it's our 37th day of Finding Job series. So yeah, let's start. Let me tell you what I did today and what not. So yeah, as usual, I woke up at 7. After that, I did some exercise, get ready, and sat on my desk. Okay, and today I learn about the concept called React query. Let me tell you what is React query. But before that, let me tell you what is the problem and why we need the React query, and what is the problem React query means really solve. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, we know for the calling any API, or if I want to chat with the server, I want receive any data from the server, or I want to talk with the environment like that. If I want that thing, at that time we are using the use effect and using fetch for the calling API. Okay, that are the very basic and manual approach we are doing it. But it's good for the when data is very simple, not complex. But what happen, our data in server is very complex. So like if I call an API, at that time it's maybe gives us error, like it's not synced properly, we need to refetch it again, or we need to show it gives mean it's taking lots of time, so we need to handle loading as well. And sometimes it's very large, so it's need very means some background running as well. So lots of things are there, and if I want to manage all of that things in use effect, I need to write lots of code. Like I want to manage empty states, I want to manage loadings, I want to manage sync, I want to manage refetch, I want to manage the background syncing, etc, etc. And due to this our code get lots of messy. Okay, and we need to avoid that problem. Okay, so you get the idea what is the problem. And let me tell you what are the way to write a state, or a means declare a state in a React. We know for the UI we are using the use state, or redux, like for theme, for the any buttons, inputs value, etc, etc. For that we are using the normal our use states and redux. But in server case, or in backend or API case, we didn't use the use state. Okay, because it's get more complex, and using use state gives us lots of code, and we need to find something that gives solution very quickly. So at that time React query comes in a picture. So basically React query is a states declaration or a state management for the backend or server, we can say. And for UI, uh, states are like use state and redux. Okay, so yeah, that's what is the React query is. And let me tell you how it's solving our problem. So if we call any API inside the React query, it's do all of the tasks like loading, syncing it, handling the empty states, or we can say refetching, or any sort of a background running. It's do it automatically and very quickly. Okay, and due to this we get our response very means very subtle way, and very fast. So we can't able to see any lag or any slowdown of our application. So yeah, React query is very powerful when we are dealing with the server or backend type of thing. So basically our conclusion is, if I want to declare states for the UI for the client, that time I use the use state and redux. But if I want to manage states from the API or a server from the backend, like users, post, products, etc, etc, at that time I need to prefer React query. Okay, so that's how React query is working. Yeah, it's taking means it's doing all of the thing automatically in background. Okay, so after that I move on to the DSA part. I solved the DSA problem today. Yeah, it was pretty difficult, but I solved it. After that I had my lunch. I take a little bit 20 minutes of nap, after that 20 minutes of walk. And today I add the problem solving, means problem solving, coding problem solving part for the interview base. I add this section also in my routine, which is around 1 hour or 45 minutes we can say. So today I solve the basic problems. I start with the basics. The goal or agenda of that means this routine or this part of schedule is be ready for the interview type coding questions. Because sometimes what happen, we know the approach, we know everything, but when interviewer asks us, and at that time we are not able to comes with that approach, we didn't do any practice, and we are got confused, we not doing any hands-on on it. So that's why maybe this problem occurs. So we need to reshape it, we need to train it, we need to practice our logic daily, from easy to medium question. So today I solved very basic problem, if number is prime or not, if number is palindrome, or if this string is palindrome or not, reverse the number, etc, etc. These are the small problems, easy problems. I think, can I explain it or not? Yeah, just yeah, I explain it to you as well for my revision purpose as well. So for prime number, we need to find that if number is divisible by that number and 1. Okay, so if the number is 10, so if the number is only divisible by 1 or 10, that means it's prime. So we need to check from 2 to 9, means all between these 9 numbers. We need to check if our 10 is get divisible by in all of this number range or not. So for that we need loop, because we need to run from 2 to 9. So I write a loop in which I divide sorry each number with the current value, which is I. If it is divided by 2, if it is divided by 3, 4, if it is completely divide, if it's mod equal to 0, then return false, because it's not a prime number. If it is not, then end the loop and return true. So it is the basic sort of a problem. After that I write the code for the palindrome. For that I just reverse my number, for reversing, if I had the 1 2 3 4, so I need 4. Okay, and I need to store in reverse. So how did I get that? So 4, when I divide it by 10, the remainder is 4, so I store the remainder. Again I shrink the number, 1 2 3 4 2 1 2 3, by dividing it 10 and calling mat.floor. And at last I check the current number versus the reverse number, and yeah, if true, then it's palindrome, like that. So I solve that sort of simple problems. And after that I did little bit of job applications, and yeah, little bit of English speaking skills. I saw the tutorials, we can say. I saw the tutorials about the how are the tenses and or not. A little bit of basic stuffs I see today. Yeah, so that's it for today, I think. Yeah, bye bye, let's meet tomorrow.